Welcome back to www.thegameacademyonline.com. We got a TGA 3K event going on here. We have Jowad Mustafa hanging out on the black mat and Chalana Belair hanging out on the red mat. Kind of interesting, a little bit of drama at this point. Both players are X1. The player that wins is almost certainly secured to get into the top 8 and be playing for the big cash prize today. The other person's going to be in some possible trouble if they don't win. If you want to see our upcoming events, our next event's in July, and you can check it out on www.thegameacademyonline.com. Kind of an interesting side note, Jowad's in a sort of fortunate position today because I believe he actually lost his last round, or the round before, but his opponent didn't fill out his slip correctly and gave him the win on accident. So he's sitting in the dream position. Somebody gave him a freebie. We'll see if Chalana, who's earned all his, is going to take advantage of that today. Alright, we saw the pitch of a couple of cards. Heavy Storm. Get the search of the deck, see what we come up with here. Both players still sitting at 8,000 life. There were well over 130 players signed up for today's event. The winner's going to be walking away with nearly a cool grand. Building up the early board presence. And a lot of deck manipulation. Two some pretty interesting feature matches today. Trading back and forth on board position. But this one looks like Jowad's got a little bit of an uphill battle. He has a full grip though. Extra cards on hand, might need extra answers.
You jump at the front so you can start. Again, if you sign up for this last side event, you need to jump at the front so you can start.
Oh my God.
Yugioh players in our main event.
Going into the synchro. Chalana brings in Miss Worm. Miss Worm's an absolute powerhouse right now. What do we get on life totals here, fellas?
8,000.
Both the date. Doing some quick math there on the old calculator. It's been said of this deck, it's the most people, or the most fun one person can have in a turn. See another synchro. Get an additional Miss Worm hit the board.
That's 6 months.
That's a good call. The Infinity Barrier comes out of the deck. Infinity is one of the newest deck types in Yu-Gi-Oh. It's getting quite a bit of play today. See an early appearance of the Battle Fader. If you don't have your copies of Mistworms or Infinity cards, you're looking for some Battle Faders of your own, check us out on www.gameacademyonline.com. You can check out our Yu-Gi-Oh singles. We have just about everything that you could want.
Josh Matthews, can you get the front for your side event? Josh Matthews.
Counter check. Counter check.
The counter to stop the defense, and that's going to bring life totals to and we see Tragodia make an appearance. What do you guys have life totals at?
37.
Alright. Jowad starting at 3,700. He's got some good defense out of his deck. We've seen Battle Fader hit the field, Tragodia. The Dark Dust Spirit was kiboshed by some good trap row action. Chalana's trying to press his advantage as Jowad is trying to stave off some damage.
Andrew Ferdella and Mo Brantley lead up at the front.
Enemy controller is going to switch the position of the Mistworm. And he does it twice to save game. He's barely hanging on. Jowad is currently at 100. And Chalana's at 8,000. Oh, the enemy controller pops up for the third time, but wasn't enough to hold off the Mistworm assault. Jawad's going to start off here. He's on the black mat. And Chalana's playing on the red mat, going second. Chalana got the first game in round 7. Both players are X and 1, and the winner of this is playing for almost a certain spot in the top 8, while the loser might be eliminated. You can check out all-day action from our tournaments on a regular basis on YouTube, www.thegameacademyonline.com. If you guys are looking for future events, check us out on our website. Little rolls of the dice here. Got Jinzo coming in. Shut down some of the effective traps we saw from Chalana last time. So we got life totals out here, fellas.
56 to 65.
Who's at 56? So I think Chalana's at 5,600 and Jawad's at 6,500. All right, and after a couple of tree-born frogs bringing in some big dudes and getting the traps locked down by Jinzo, we're into game 3 here in round number 7. Tied up, Jowad at 1 and Chalana at 1.